Anomaly detection. So imagine you've got this list of animals and one of them isn't. Can you tell which one isn't? Well, we're going to figure that out. I'm going to call this the intruding fruit detector. So let's just get right into it. We're starting in a Python notebook here. So first, let me type in the different animals. All right, there we go. We got our animals. Now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to read in each different animal and we're going to turn it into an embedding layer. And to do this, we're going to use Tensorflow. So now we have this language model and we can do things with it like lang model dot. Actually, we don't even have to dot. We can just say something like, we can give it a list of different things. So I'm going to say 1, 2, just to give you an example. And it'll give us all of this stuff. So let's just take a look at a shape here for a second. So it's going to give us 2 values, one for each of the words, and 128 floating point numbers for each of those. So let's just take a look at some of them. So let's take a look at the first one, and let's take a look at like the first 10 values. So it's just like these floating point numbers. You know, they're around 0, a little bit above, a little bit below. And each of these words, and we're going to fit it, these mostly animals, are going to be assigned these different values. And this comes from this, this model here, which is an English language model. And it converts words and sentences into 128 floating point numbers each. Let's just take a look at that. Yeah, so each of these words gets 128 floating points. And each of those floating points represents some concept, like, you know, how furry the thing is, or how much it's, you know, politically aligned with some administration. I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of different stuff. 128 of them. Okay, so let's pull out the ones that we need. We don't need 1 and 2. We need this list of mostly animals. And so we're going to get that. Great. Let's take a look at that shape. So we should have 15 of them, one for each of these animals. These are, you know, mostly all animals, so we got 15 of them. And well, we need to figure out, well, which one is different. So how we're going to do that is, you know, normally on my channel I like to make neural nets, but in this case I'm just using this pre-made one, and we're going to use scikit-learn. So from scikit-learn ensemble import, we're going to use this really cool module here called isolation forest, and it helps us find outliers. And we're going to make a model here by saying ISO. Can I spell? Yes, I can spell. Great. Random state. Let's just make this a random state 0, just so it's reproducible. Fit. And then the embedding here. And so that's going to make our model. Great. And it fit it. Okay, so now let's have our prediction. Yeah. Prediction is going to equal the outlier model dot predict, and we have to give it the the embedding layer that we gave it, right? So we fit it to the embedding layer, and then we're going to predict using the embedding layer. We could have used like fit predict, but whatever. So then we have this prediction, and this prediction looks like this. Cool. Well, which one does that one line up with? Well, you know what? We could count it out, but let's do this a little bit more impressive. Import numpy as np, and then we can say np.array, and then this mostly animals, and then we are going to query that where prediction equals -1, and then now let's put that to a list. And look at that. It discovered that melon is not in the list of animals, which was very, very surprising. Oh, now we know that a melon. Okay. Thanks for watching.